live in Istanbul, where I work with dancers, storytellers, visual artists, and they all call me Dede, which I like. It is a real story, and it happened to this person, but it was a long, long time ago. After the end of the Second World War, I was born. The story happens in my childhood. Most of us children grew up with ceilings in most of the rooms fallen down from the bombs, because the Germans bombed it, the English bombed Germans, and the way how the ceilings are constructed in Belgrade, it's kind of something with straw. So in many apartments. And so we children grew up with this straw and wood and plaster showing, and nobody even explained to us much. So we thought that's the ceiling. And we lived in shared apartments because they confiscated property and they put everybody, as much people as possible, together. So I lived with my mother in one room, and our neighbors didn't talk to us. My parents divorced when I was 5, and my father lived in the basement. He used to come. But I lived with my mother in one room, and she was working very hard. She was really holding the survival and would be very exhausted afterwards. She was translator for machines and tractors, but she always wanted to translate literature and poetry, but nobody was interested in that. So tired, she would come from work, and I will be exuberant. I saw people dancing together, and I would get a cushion and dance with it myself. Take some of her clothes and throw it around, and she would say, "Oh, please stop it. You're making me seasick," and she would take an aspirin. But at times, I suddenly wanted to tell her stories and something which preoccupied me, and she would just hit me. She said, "Stop it." So I kind of felt isolated and sometimes angry and hurt. So I would lie on the bed and look at the ceiling. And in the cracks and in all of this, I would see pictures. And there were horses in the street, old horses, very few cars. I would see horses and trees and kind of ships I saw on the river and faces. And that gave me a tremendous strength, like as if I had someone to talk to. And sometimes daily I would look up there and see all kinds of things. And one day, I can't remember, 7 or 8, I came back from school, and suddenly all doors were open. Usually they were closed, and my mother even had a lock to lock it when we left. But suddenly all doors are open. My mother and the neighbors were together, and they all looked happy. I never seen them like that. And they all pointed to the rooms and said, "Look, they repaired it. They had a person repaired it." And I looked, and they killed my friend. But after that, maybe the way how I'm structured, whenever I looked at a piece of paper, I would see a picture in it, and I would try to draw it as best as I can. In that way, my friend never left.